Administrative Assistant Ruth Schmoll was hired by the Edina Fire Department as a teenager in 1975. At the time, she was only looking for a temporary part-time job. 45 years later, she sits down with Fire Chief Tom Schmitz to reflect on more than 4 decades of working for the city and for her community.
I remember when I started in 1993 and came into the fire department, one of the first people I met was the administrative assistant, and that was Ruth Schmoll. And Ruth had been around for a whole career when I started in 93. And here we are today in 2020 on the doorstep of her retirement of 45 years with the city and the fire department. And that's amazing.
I was planning on just staying for 6 months. It was advertised as a part-time job, full-time in 6 months, and I thought they'll like me and let me stay on part-time while I finish at the U. I still never intended to stay very long, and I'm astounded that the time has flown this fast, and it's 45 years. 45 years, that's like almost ridiculous.
So I was going through some pictures and I came across a picture of you. I think it's a pub ed event and you must be doing kitchen fire safety. You got a big pan with big flames on it.
No, that was in my very early days of, the late 70s when a filming company came in and filmed my dilemma of a stovetop fire. I had that look of real terror on my face, so I thought that I might go places after doing that.
In the early days, you were more a part of the actual responding team because they relied so heavily on you kind of writing the address down, handing it to them, making sure that they were heading in the right direction. And like I said, today it's all being done electronically.
Yeah, I was so familiar with Edina, having grown up here and riding my bike around, that I pretty much know every street in the city. Yeah. And when we'd get a call, I could not only write the address down for the firefighters or paramedics, I could scribble real quickly, Tracy to Vernon, left on Blake, and up 3 blocks.
I think one of the biggest parts of your job that people just probably didn't fully understand, certainly appreciated it, but was all of your work behind the scenes or out in front in public ed events.
The annual open house was always a big deal, and most of my job nobody sees. Firefighters get paid. A lot of them have no idea how. And then, of course, we replaced our rescue boat with the Ruth Ann. I was really pleasantly surprised, and kind of honored that they would name the boat after me. To me, it's a really big deal. I don't think that many government employees have a piece of equipment named after them. And actually, as soon as this happened, I thought, well, now I can retire. And then I must have forgotten to retire and stayed a few more years.
November 1st and beyond, what are some of the things you think you're going to miss the most?
Definitely the people, because that consistently over the course of my entire career, I've worked with such kind, considerate, dedicated people that are fun to be around and see on a daily basis. That's what I'm really going to miss.
One of the unique things about the fire service is that we're a lot like a family. There's that whole interrelationship that you gain, and so in a sense, it's like you're going off to college. Right? You're stepping away from the family. You're not leaving the family. You're always to be a member of the family. But you just won't be around every day. And but you're right, it's the family aspect and all those relationships.
And now at my age, I'm sure the people I'm leaving behind it feels like, mom selling the house and moving to Florida.
I think, when we think about 45 years, there's not a person in this fire department that does not know anything other than Ruth Schmoll, right? So I think there's a level of apprehension come November 1st because all of a sudden there's, Ruth is not up at her desk. But, we're going to get through it. Everyone always does. But that's the question. What are we going to do without Ruth? We'll get through it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm quite a fixture, but sometimes it's good to remodel. So.
In retirement, Schmoll says she will look for ways to serve her community as a volunteer, but also looks forward to spending more time at the family cabin.